Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. And so today we'll be looking at something called the K1 Aristocrat. And what this is it's just a twist on your normal Aristocrat, except instead of random letter swaps, it uses a keyword to scramble the alphabet in a specific way. So here what the example I have here is, for example, in your replacement area, which is going to be right over here, you might have the keyword of hello. And what this is going to look like is you're basically going to see the alphabet A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Then you're going to see your keyword, and then the rest of the alphabet not repeating any of the letters used. And notice that this keyword can be anywhere that the cipher wishes. Hello could also be at the end after Z, but typically it's somewhere around the middle. So it's really beneficial to know this cipher because it shows up at least once on middle school tests and at least a couple of times on high school tests. So with that, let's solve the first aristocrat. And with any aristocrat, it's always somewhat helpful to have a frequency table. And so if we take a look, we see solve this informative K1 aristocrat. And so the first thing that you might notice, actually there are not a lot of hints here, but if I were to take an intuitive guess, I only see one 3-letter word, and that is KFO. And the most common 3-letter word happens to be the. So there's a high chance that KFO stands for the. So for now, since we don't really have any other option, let's put KFO as the. So we're going to go THE. Let's fill in all of our K, F's, and O's. I see a T there, a T there, and any F's. There's only one F, so we don't need to worry about that. O's, there's 9 O's. So E, E, E. There E. Here. There's another one over here. And I think we're missing one K, which just goes right there. Okay, so that's all. So now if you think about it, we have a T and an H, something over there. And so the only thing that actually makes sense here is probably going to be something like 2. That's honestly the only thing I can think of right now. So if I were to put 2 there, then I just have to fill in the rest of the different ones. So we have an H over here. We have another H over here, one over here. We have one here, here. And that is about it. Okay, so now next thing that you probably should do is fill in your replacement key because you want to see if you can figure out your keyword right now. So if I look at my replacement key, I see O is equal to E, T is equal to K, and we have F is equal to H. So I'm going to make an intuitive guess and guess that the keyword is somewhere around here. In fact, if I were to count A, B, C, D, F, G, H, so no. So out of this, A, B, C, D, we have E, so F, G, and H is there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So out of those, one letter is used. You have to figure out which one it is. And so I think the most obvious guess is probably going to be that A is used, but it could also be that the keyword is here, so let's not make any guesses right now. So now if we look up here, we have this word where we have an O and an E. If we think about it, well, how many X's do we have? We have 4. And how many I's? We also have 4. Okay, that doesn't really help a lot. If we look at the next one, we have this word over here. So Q's we have 2 of. We have Z's, we only have 1 Z. And J's, we have a lot of. What else? So I can make an intuitive guess that J could be an A, maybe, because we have 6 J's, and there's a high chance that there's another vowel in here. So if I say J is an A, and then we fill that in, J. Sorry about that. So we have another J and one more here. Okay, so now we have some more progress. Here we see that Z is very uncommon. There's only 1. And we see Q, there are only 2. So once again, not very common. What else could there be? Okay, so next, if we were to look at this word right here, we see an O, an A, and a T. So let's see, we see a lot of G's overall. So these could be we already have E's. So it could be something like an I, maybe, or an N, or an S or an R. So those could be our G's. Other things that have high frequencies are H. So H, well, we just filled that in. So H is going to be an O. So let's see. L also has a decently high frequency with 4. So I'm going to guess again. Seeing that this word right here probably also has a vowel in it, we're going to guess that L is going to be an I, because U's are very unlikely. So if I guess L is an I, and we have an L over here, an L over here, and 1 here. So this looks like period, with G being our R. So if G was an R, then we would get rise with X sum, gave rise to some, then we have a G which is an R. Let's see, what else? Okay, we don't have anything else for that word yet. So we have a G which is an R. Remarkable. Some truly remarkable. Let's see. Gave rise to some truly remarkable. We have O, we have an M, we have a P, S, R, S, so composers. So something something gave rise to some truly remarkable composers. So we know that T is there. We know that Y, so rural. P we don't have yet. We know that U is, we do not know U yet. And we know that E is a C. Okay, if we keep going. So we have composers. Then we have a U, R. We do not know U yet. So composers blank the, and then we have an R, M, so romantic period. So during the romantic period, which makes this France. So in the end, it becomes rural France truly gave rise to some of the most remarkable composers. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this in and then see if I can find my keyword. And so we have G was equal to R. We know that Y was equal to U. J was equal to A. T was equal to L. Then P was equal to F. G was equal to R. J, A. U was equal to N. And O was equal to E. And so you would just basically fill in all of these, and sometimes they ask you for the keyword as your answer rather than solving the aristocrat, and that might make it easier for you. But here they ask you to solve the aristocrat. So last but not least, like always, feel free to pause this video right here and solve this K1 aristocrat by yourself. Obviously the keyword can only really be in two spots. It's either going to be somewhere there or somewhere there. So take a shot at it, and I'll let you guys know the answer in a little bit. Okay, so hopefully you paused the video by now and took a shot at solving this K1 aristocrat here. But in the end, the answer was he was a scowling, quick tempered, sorry, that's not how you spell tempered, tempered man of a different caliber, 9 millimeters to be exact. Alright, so hopefully this video helped you guys out. And I know that states are coming up for Washington at least in a couple of days. So I wish you guys all the best of luck, and please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.